Well, hey everybody, my name is Ben Carr, the campus pastor at our Waters Church Yorktown campus. I'm coming at you this week with some sermon thoughts that I have from this past week's message on a series that we're in called KISS, K-I-S-S, Keep It Simple, Stupid. And this past Sunday, of course, was Valentine's Day and celebrating a lot of love in the air, everybody. And there's this clip I want to show you today about this week's sermon. Just spoke heavily to me personally about just that daily decision in this series that we're in. And of course, we're in week 2. And the common theme from this message is you first. If all of you remember that, it was just kind of the big idea this past Sunday on Valentine's Day is you first. And in this clip, our lead pastor just does an incredible job kind of wrapping this up in a challenge that we all need to have, not only in our lives, but also just like as we approach life day to day. And so check out this clip that I love, and then I'll be back with you to share my thoughts about what you can do right now to apply this message. Check it out.
You first is actually a decision that starts well before you ever get to the remote control or before you get to the drive-thru at Wendy's, long before you ever get into the next argument. Because you first isn't really even a decision about somebody else. It's not a decision about your boss or your spouse or your friend or your neighbor, or your kids or your parent. It's not a decision about any of that. You first is actually a decision about you. It's a daily decision I make about me. Paul tells us the decision we need to make. Look at it in Scripture. Paul says, I have been crucified with Christ. Look at that. Crucified. And I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. And the life that I now live, I live in the body. I live by the faith in the Son of God who, look at this, who loved me and gave himself for me. This is my daily decision. I die to self. I die to self. You know, Jesus said, take up your cross, an instrument of death, and follow me daily. Daily do it. I die to self. I'm a dead man in this relationship. I'm a dead woman in this relationship. You know what? Dead people, they don't get angry. They don't. They don't get their feelings hurt. They don't get easily offended. They don't get short-tempered. They don't get defensive. They aren't selfish because they're dead. And you know the invitation God makes to us in His Word is that's how you live. Every day, make the daily decision. I'm going to die to self, so I'm not going to be the one living in this relationship.
An incredible wrap up to that message. The verse, Galatians chapter 2, verse 20. I have been crucified with Christ. I no longer live. It's not me. I'm dead. Christ lives his life through me. And how does he do that? We choose daily by faith to trust that. And I know this is so much easier said than done. And I know you just as well as you probably know me, is that we're guilty of not doing that. And you all know when we don't do that, the selfish desires come back to us and what we want. And I think that's the big idea from this past week's message is that when we put you first, basically what our lead pastor is saying is like, when we say, hey, God, I need to put you first, because when I put you first, you're going to live your life through me. And that's a daily discipline that we have to have every single day. And I promise you, the more times you wake up in the morning, say, die to self, Christ, live through me, the stronger you're going to get. And let's just say this week, you start off maybe right now or tomorrow morning when you wake up or whatever your schedule is, wherever you live, you wake up and you say, I'm going to die to self, Christ live through me. Die to self, Christ live through me. And I promise you, over time, as you get disciplined, you're going to become stronger. Your mind's going to become stronger. You're going to be sharper. And people are going to want to be around you. And so just a great way to wrap up this message this past week. So I want to challenge you with that. Hope all of you guys have a great, great week. And make sure you join us every day. We have lots of things happening, but every Sunday as we continue this series, kids. Have a great day, everybody. Talk to you soon.